Okay guys, in today's video I'm going to be reviewing Terra, which is a new mini BR that came out yesterday, and it looks amazing. So let's get into the review. Okay, first things first is the biomes. Terra has a total of 3 biomes, being the oak biome, the pine and mushroom biome, and over here with like the kind of like oak pine and cherry. I don't know really what you want to call it, but yeah. That gets a 9 out of 10. Elevation is great throughout the map. There's like the only complaint I would say is like having a mountain somewhere. This is like mountainous over here, but I feel like it should be a little bit taller than it is. And this is also kind of mountainous, but yeah. Also, I kind of like the terrain that they do up here. Except for maybe make a couple different ways to get up to it instead of just like the zip lines like that go up there. So like this one doesn't have anything to do with it, like go up there, so maybe have like a makeshift descender that goes up. And because like another thing is because like this one there's nowhere to get up to except for like the zip lines that go up to these ones. And the elevation gets a 5 out of 5. The POIs get a 15 out of 20. I will now scroll through the different POIs here and do a little like a speed round kind of summary. Okay, so Ruler's Horizons first. This gets an 18 out of 20. The only problem with this POI is that they use the same pieces as the Citadel. They don't try to switch it up with their own with different pieces that the Citadel didn't use, and I would have loved to see them try to do something like that. But this POI is beautiful anyways, with all the cherry blossoms and the pine trees. And the front part reminds me of like Polar Peak because of like the 2 gateways with the bridge in the middle. And then the center we also have a stone, which I'm pretty sure has a sword in it because of some stuff that was revealed inside the Terra server. Wildwood Town is a 16 out of 20. It's not very unique since it's just a normal suburban town, nothing really going for it, nothing nothing that we don't normally see. The layout is good, but like I don't really like things like this right here where they have this corner. It's kind of just looking weird. And this section of road right here I think could just be straight off and then have the garage here, and that would have been better. The name Wildwood Town isn't really I don't really like it. The town part obviously makes sense, but Wildwood doesn't really make me think of this POI, since none of the buildings are made out of wood and it's not really that wild. And the involvement, yeah, I think it's like fine. Like, it has like a gas station which is around the map, a little like bookstore inside, and also just has roads connecting it to the other POIs, like this one and this one that goes over to Leafy Leaps. Leafy Leaps gets a 16 out of 20. It's very unique since I don't normally see people doing this like they use treehouse style builds with the log cabin stuff. The design of the POI is great. I actually really like the design of these buildings going around the big trees of the POI. The name isn't really that great. Obviously, Leafy refers to the trees of the POI, the big trees, but the leaves part doesn't really make me think of this POI at all because there's nothing really there for you to jump from. Like maybe if they added some like parkour spots like here that you can like mantle up to get to roofs, that'd be great. And yeah, the involvement isn't that great either since it has really nothing to do with the rest of the map. It only has one entrance to the POI, which is this third path that comes from Wildwood, and there's no like, say like there's no cars, there's no spot for the cars to even park. Marina is next. It is, hey, in my opinion, it's a it's really neat POI because not many people do a Marina, and not many people do food POIs. So because like this place has like a ducky cafe kind of thing, well not cafe but like ducky restaurant. Rookie's Ramen, which is made by it wasn't made by, but this is like from one of my friends, Melon. This is also by a Melon, but not my friend. We have like a nom shop, a clothing store, and sticks. Overall, just a solid POY. Even the name fits it very well. The layout and design isn't that it's like with some buildings not great in my opinion. Like over here, the floor should have been different for this area, same as this. Also, the layout of the road right here, I feel like there should be a sidewalk going all the way around. It, like, in the building should not be touching the road. And then the marina is like fine. Griffin Glens is a really nice POI. Reminds me of Anvil Square. This also fits the season theme, so it gets 2 points for that. It's not. It is very unique since no mini bar normally does this, but it's also again very much like Anvil Square, so I'm deducting a point off for that. The design of the POI, the design and layout of the POI is like amazing. I love it. The involvement is great because it has multiple like entrances to the POI connecting to roads from like other spots of the map, and also obviously is connected to the ruler's like rise over there. Crystal Cove is not really that great of a POI. It gets a 2 out of 20. It's not very unique because like it's like the beach POI, it's just a beach POI with the Paradise Palms Hotel, like with a redesign, a and then a keyboard king with a redesign like how Paradise had it, and just not very great and not like that good of POI in general. The layout is it's bad and design is bad. Like these two don't even have like asphalt connecting it to the road. And this area, they have paths, but it's very not like barely noticeable. And then like some of the interiors are just kind of bad too. Like this spot right here, like this building literally has only a couple props, and it's only on the like bottom floor. There's nothing on the second floor, and then there's this tower that they have that has nothing else in it and no really use to it. Although I do like this kind of this thing that goes up to it so it can mantle up. And this tower literally has nothing on it. It's just kind of there. The involvement also gets 1 out of 4 since it has no like I said earlier, it has no like asphalt road going to connect these, and there's nothing really here that involves the rest of the map around it. Vibrant Villa is a kind of primal POI that was added last season, added during last season. It's very unique. Fortnite did a primal season, which is where the pieces are from, but they never really did an actual primal town. Bunny Bribs is the closest to it, but that was using ruins of an old POI before that, which is Salty Towers. And the layout and design, I love like just the look and of the POI. Feels connected. It obviously doesn't have isn't connected to outside with a road, but I feel like this is a different case since it kind of just teleported in here. And I'd assume from this rock here, the name of the POI makes sense too. It's vibrant because of the all of the different colors of the roofs and the different wall pieces. And villa means village, so obviously, yeah, this is a village. So Cornerside Cargo isn't very unique. There is a building over here that's a prefab building, but really redesigned. The interior is similar to the original building, but like kind of upgraded. Also, even like it's not just this building that it looks like the it looks like the different prefabs, like the Fortnite prefabs. This one also actually looks like a building from Loot Lake, just like different a little bit. This also looks like a copy building, but again, a little different. The layout is not that great either. As you can see, like, it is very open in these areas. Not many things to have cover outside of like from away from the buildings. Like, there's this big open area right here with not much cover. The design of the the buildings is great. Like, this like storage building from the outside just looks like a normal Dusty Depot building. From the inside, you can see how much like other things are going on, and I kind of really like this building from the layout of it. Also, something else that I forgot to mention, another thing that's unique about this POI is having these trash piles around. I actually kind of like that addition. Obviously, they probably would keep it clean around here, but I kind of do like having that. The involvement of the map, it isn't really involved that much, other than having a road connected to it. So that gets a point. Just like 1 point from that. The name makes sense because Cornerside Cargo, it's on the corner of the map, and it's a cargo POI. I kind of like don't really like the name that much, so it gets a point taken off of that. But yeah, Mountainside Motel is like, in my opinion, one of my favorite from this like map. They have a like the uniqueness is like 4 out of 4 because I don't see anybody making a POI like for a motel. Yeah, people do motels, but they don't do big buildings like this for it. And I really like the building shape. The layout is a simple, just like kind of circle, but for this kind of like build, it's completely fine. Same with the design. The only problem I think is with the design is like having the scaffolding for like the balconies here. I would have done something different from them, but no real complaint, no real like bad from it. I also really like these string lights that they have. The name of the POI gets a point deducted because it's basically like the mountainside part makes sense because it's like next to the mountain, but it's like right next to Cornerside, which has side at the end of it, which I kind of don't like how that is. And like involvement, yeah, it's a motel for the map, so obviously like people would use it, and it's on the road too. Tre Junction is next. It's a 15 out of 20. The uniqueness, I took away a lot of points because it's just the chapter 2 like like Spawn Island, but a little different. Other than that, the layout and design is great. I love it, but like points taken off because it's not hers. Name is great because like obviously jet streams refer to the slipstreams that go all the way around this area, and like since this comes from this area, obviously the involvement is great from that. The junction part of the name makes sense because it's like the jet streams coming together. The involvement would also be great, as I said, because of the like jets, like the slipstream going around, and also how there's like the road coming in. Okay, that's it for the like POIs, and as I said, that is 15 out of 20. The map's blank space is decent. The nature density is okay. I feel like there should be more trees around the place, and also add big bush, like more like big bushes like these. But the landmark, then the amount of landmarks is kind of like, eh. There's like landmarks like this, like these around, but say like just through this section right here, there's nothing there. And like, yeah, there's this landmark over here. Like, it's kind of uneven, the amount of landmarks around the map. Mechanics, it's a cool mechanics in the game. Like the spawn islands. Like when you spawn into Spawn Island on the in game, you will be prompted by a thing that says like the classes, and then you could choose whatever class you want to be. And then once the game starts, it will put you into a wind tunnel that you can then use to fly across the map. those are the only two mechanics other than the loopholes, and I can really that I could really find out on my own playing. Obviously the clouds mechanic is unique because not a lot of people do it, and also there wasn't any new mechanics that I know about during the season, but I did give a couple points because they did redesign the classes and change up the classes and added more. So yeah, that's great. The mechanics all work well. Loophole isn't that great. The loophole is basically just the chapter 4 of season 1 loophole with a couple additions. There isn't many fun items. And I think the loophole could benefit by things like stink bombs, firefly jars, wire wash jars, and other fun items like that. It's like due to it being just a chapter 4 season 1 loophole and nothing really changed much from it. It is balanced, so it gets points there, and it changed a lot. The loophole changed a lot from last season. The good thing is that there is some items left from last season, which complete loophole change, in my opinion, isn't good. I feel like there should be some from the season prior, and gameplay isn't that great sometimes. Like, I probably would have had fun if I had people in my lobby, but I just couldn't find I just couldn't get in a lobby with people in it. I played last season with my friends, and in my opinion, playing it with my friends again would probably be the same amount of fun I had. So that's why I gave one for these. So player density is kind of eh. I think the max players should be up to 50 other than 32, because I feel like having 50 players on this map would be really fun. And on day 1, the average amount of people I saw in playing Terra when looking at the map was 15, which isn't great for this map, but it is okay and would be probably a little fun to play. Transportation 0. There is no working cars on the map that I know of. The only transportation is a grappler and shockwave grenade, which is great. And was the season theme executed well? 9 out of 10. It is easy to figure out the theme between the map and trailers, so by themselves. And it does the loophole additions fit the theme of the season. 1 out of 10, because the Excalibur makes sense. None of the rest of it really fits, but that's fine, because obviously the whole loophole isn't going to make sense. In the trailer, you can see a shockwave hammer being used, so that's probably going to be added later this season. And like I said earlier, we're probably going to get the sword added in a future update. Okay, to recap, biomes are 9 out of 10, elevation 5 out of 5, POI is 15 out of 20, blank space 8 out of 10, mechanics 18 out of 20, loophole 8 out of 15, gameplay 3 out of 10, was the season theme executed well, 9 out of 10, which brings us to a 75 out of 100. If you guys liked today's review, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you disagree with what I gave it, please tell me what you think you should have gotten out of 100 in the comments down below. And same with, if you have any suggestions of what you want me to review, please put that in the comments too. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good day, and goodbye.